Hello everybody, and welcome back to Certified Collectibles. This is another episode of First Appearance of the Week. This is Wednesday, December 21st, 2022. We'll be giving you all the first appearance in your comic shops today. Now this week we have a pretty light video for you guys. I think we only have 4 first appearances, 4 honorable mentions, so 8 titles on all to go through. Won't take us very long at all, but there's definitely some books in here for you guys to pick up for your collection. So let's go ahead and get started for the first appearance of the week ending December 23rd, 2022. First up from DC Comics, Batman Urban Legends number 22. This features the first appearance of the director, a villain who films crime scenes. Now, the Batman Urban Legends title series has had a lot of first appearances, but we really haven't seen DC do much with these characters they're introducing into this particular title series. They haven't really brought them across the DCU proper, they haven't really introduced them into big screen, small screen projects, or brought them across other title series, like Batman, Detective Comics, Superman, Action Comics, a lot of the more mainstay title series. So it really depends on what DC has planned for these characters in the future as to how important they're going to be in the future. So for right now, we probably think you have a little bit of time on this one. Keep an eye on it, but you can put it on your B-list for now. Next up from DC Comics, Catwoman number 50. This features the first appearance of Dario Tommaso as Tomcat. Now, the Catwoman standalone series is the premier title series for the Catwoman character, but it's not really heavily collected. There is a fan base and a collector base out there, but it's not one of DC's more popular characters or more popular title series. They are introducing a character into this particular title series, so if they're going to do anything with this Tomcat character going forward, it will be pulled from this Catwoman title series, so this one would be the one to own. That being said, though, the Catwoman title series and the Catwoman story arcs aren't as popular as some of the other characters, so this one here also we think you probably have a little bit of time on. Keep an eye on it, but put it on your B-list for now. Next up from DC Comics, Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths number 7. This features the first cameo appearance of 3 unidentified characters. Now, this one here may be worth picking up the spec on. This definitely going to be speculative if you choose to pick it up, though. This is 3 unidentified characters they're introducing into this particular title series, and this is the event finale. This is the final issue of this particular series. So this one here may be worth picking up the spec on. You really don't know what DC has planned for these characters. You really don't know who these characters are right now. But if DC picks one of these characters, because there are 3 of them, and pushes these characters in the future, it might be worth owning this. Like I said, definitely a spec bet if you choose to pick it up, but it might be worth doing so for the cover price. Grab it if you can to spec on. If you can't, though, put it on your B-list and keep an eye on it. And finally from DC Comics, Stargirl, The Lost Children number 2. This features a possible first appearance of the Childminder, mentioned in issue number 1. Now, this is a possible first appearance, so look, we always say with these possible first appearances, do a little bit more research, make sure this issue is the first appearance before you pick it up. If it's not, this issue really isn't going to have much value in the future. If it is the actual confirmed first appearance, this is one you may want to pick up the spec on. Stargirl does have a collector base, a fan base, but this Stargirl, The Lost Children title series is a new title series for DC Comics, but it really depends on how they treat this character going forward as to how important this particular iteration of Stargirl is going to be. So this one here, in our opinion, is probably one you want to put on your B-list for now. Do a little bit more research to make sure this is the confirmed first appearance of the Childminder. And like we said, really speculative if you choose to pick it up. In our opinion, this is a B-list item. So keep it on your B-list for now. Take a look at that later on. And now for the honorable mentions. From IDW, Dead Seas number 1. This is a thriller about a prisoner seeking a reduced sentence by agreeing to gather the highly valuable supernatural substance known as ectoplasm from a floating prison. Now, like we say with these Indian small press publishers, if these particular titles get picked up an option for a small screen or big screen project, that's a huge price driver for these books, and IDW has had a lot of titles pick up in the past, so this one here does have some potential to be picked up in the future. This story does sound like it can lend itself very well to a TV show, streaming service, or feature film, so in our opinion, this is probably a good spec bet to pick up for the cover price. Like we always say, you don't want to go chasing these later on at higher value. Pick them up at the cover price of spec on. This one here, add it to your collection if you can. If you can't, keep an eye on it and take a look at it later on. Next up from Tokyo Pop, Resident Evil Infinite Darkness Beginning number 1. This is based on the animated Netflix series released in 2021. Now, Resident Evil, huge fan base, huge collector base. People love the video games, they love the movies. So this one here is one we definitely think you should pick up and add to your collection. This one here is published by Tokyo Pop. They publish a lot of anime overseas and here in the States. So huge publishing house behind this. So they're definitely going to push this hard. And like we just mentioned, Resident Evil, huge fan base, huge collector base. So in our opinion, this one here is probably worth picking up the spec on. Go ahead and grab this one here for your collection. Next up from Marvel Comics, Mary Jane and the Black Cat number 1. This is a 5-issue limited series, and this is the debut of Mary Jane's powers. Now, this is one you probably want to pick up and add to your collection. Anything related to the Spider-Man universe of characters, heavily collected, very popular, probably the most popular franchise from Marvel Comics. So Mary Jane, like I said, incredibly popular character, and apparently in this issue she's going to get some powers. Be curious to see what those are. Grab this one here if you can. If you can't, put it in your B-list, but definitely keep an eye on this one. And finally, from Marvel Comics, Wakanda number 3. This features the origin of Wakanda, featuring Nahanda, the Black Panther from circa 1000 AD. Now, the Black Panther franchise, hugely popular for Marvel, huge collector base, huge fan base for anything Wakanda or Black Panther related, and this does feature the origin of Wakanda, especially this character Nahanda. We really don't know what Marvel has planned for this character, but Marvel Disney is still churning out a ton of media. They love the Black Panther franchise. They're definitely going to keep that going forward. If not the solo series, they're definitely going to pull characters from this universe and introduce them into other films or TV shows or streaming series. So in our opinion, this one here is one you want to pick up. Go ahead and grab this one. So there you have the 8 titles that we have for you guys this week. Definitely some books in there worth picking up for your collection. So please feel free to get some comments in the comment section below. Thumbs up if you like this video. And as always, please remember to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thank you for joining us here at Certified Collectibles, and we'll see you again next time.